If I had $1 for every time someone touched my type 4 hair and just looked completely shocked, oh my goodness, girl, it's so soft. Like, I didn't know it was gonna be this soft. And I'm just looking like, well, what did you expect it to feel like? Today we're gonna talk about the biggest misconception around type 4 hair. So the biggest misconception I've personally heard and seen surrounding type 4 hair is that it looks thick, you know, so you gotta be rough, you gotta manhandle it, you gotta fight the hair, you just gotta tame it and beat it into submission. I've gone to stylists, other black women stylists who have claimed to be able to handle natural hair textures and just be educated on that. And I mean, I'll go in for a silk press or for some braids or just anything, and they would just pull the comb through my hair. My hair is like coming out in gobs, and just like, you're not realizing that there's something wrong? But I also didn't realize there's something wrong and I should have stopped them. The reality is that it's actually the most delicate curl pattern that there is. I realized that you might be shook hearing the word delicate being used while referring to your type 4 hair. So if you take a strand of type 4 hair, 4C hair, and you look at that strand, you'll actually notice a zigzag and a curl pattern. So you have zigzags and curls on top of them being tightly or densely packed. The hair and the curls tend to clump together, especially on the ends, which is why we end up with single strand knots, and also the reason why we have to detangle our hair in order to be successful in styling or manipulating our hair in any way. So a few things to remember on the fact that type 4 hair is extremely delicate. You have to be gentle. Be gentle with your hair. Don't allow anyone else not to be gentle with your hair. If you just rake through recklessly, trying to comb your hair, get it ready for a style, or just brushing and combing and not really paying attention or taking the time, you're actually snatching, snapping, and ripping the hair strands and those hair follicles. So although your hair will be growing, you won't even see the growth because you're pulling and breaking your hair out. Take your time. If you don't have time to detangle, slick it up, put it in a high puff, and wait until a later time, because I genuinely believe that in order to take good care of your type 4 or type 4C hair, you have to know how to properly detangle your hair. And that's not something anybody told me. I didn't even know anything about detangling, because when I had a relaxer, it's like, you put the perm on, you comb it, you wrap it up, and you go. And there is a way to do it, and there's a way to not detangle your hair. So if you're interested, I actually have a video that I'm linking in this video that will show you the proper technique that I use to detangle type 4 hair. So if you are personally going through or have been through, or I don't know, looking for a stylist, you might be sitting getting your hair done right now and scrolling through YouTube videos. If that is the case, they just pulling through, not using sections, not really knowing what it is that they should be doing to take care of your hair. Just ask for somebody else or find a different stylist. Another thing is, don't believe the hype. Don't feed into the negativity that surrounds type 4 hair in the media, or just, I don't know, even with your family and friends. I know I personally experienced some of that. I was one of the first women in my family to embrace my natural hair. And I mean, when you come from a place where everybody's got relaxers and silk presses and hair just flowing and bouncing and stuff, it's just like, what is going on? And the reality is, you have to take the time and look at yourself, look at your curls, and embrace them. Realize that you are beautiful, they are beautiful, and you in fact have the most diverse hair texture and curl pattern in the entire world. That's something a lot of people can't say, and there's so much that we can do with our hair and to our hair. I hope that you've enjoyed this video and that you've learned something new about your hair texture. I hope that you have a beautiful day that is just as beautiful as you, and I will see you in the next one.